YouTube. So we're back with another tutorial, and this one I'm actually going to be drawing while I do the talking. So I'm gonna try to test that out to see if this makes it a little bit easier for myself. Um, so yeah, yeah. So if I make mistakes or talking wise, I'm sorry, but I'm not redoing this. I refuse. Alrighty. Maybe I'll edit the track, maybe? I guess I could do that, but that's annoying too, but whatever, whatever. There might be bloopers, okay? Um so today I wanted to focus on the eyebrows. I know I could have done that more or less with the eyes because that's usually how I do it. I mean, I normally, personally, we're drawing the way that I draw. I mean, my process, I guess, during these tutorials. I mean, but in all honesty, you can put them in whatever order that makes you comfy. Like, there's some people who like to draw the shape of the face first, and some people who like to start with the eyes first or whatever. You can put these videos that I'm throwing out in whatever order suits you, I guess. I should have always made that clear, but yeah, we're going in the process that I do. Um, so I know I could have done this with the eye tutorial, but I was legit focusing on the eyes because it's the same with eyebrows. I mean, there's different shapes for eyebrows, there's different styles for eyebrows, so I kind of wanted to give this thing its own. So I'll go ahead and I'll start, doing my little thing, figuring out, the shape of the head and everything like that. So again, I always start out by making a circle, and then I'm going to split this up into, well, I'm going to copy and paste this 2 more times because in these tutorials that I'm doing, I'm focusing on the basics. I'm not doing any like dynamic or things like that, other than just like the normal like uh poses for a portrait, I guess, or like a bust. And we'll get there to the full thing thingajiggy because I do eventually want to sketch with you guys, like making a portrait and going through my full way and like draw along with you guys, if that makes sense. So yeah, anywho, I'm gonna copy, or no, I'm not. Yes, I am. Copy and paste this twice, and then what's cool is I use Clip Studio, so like you can you can like group the things together, and then you can basically like edit them or transform them all in one. So I'm trying to figure out a size that will work where I can get the 3 heads on here without any issues. And I think this size will do. Oops, let me unclip these guys. Hold up, hold up. Well, I could clip these 2 together actually. And then, no, stop it, stop it. Okay, there we go. Bloopers, guys, bloopers. It's gonna happen. There we are. I figured it out. Okay. That should be more than enough room, actually. So, yay, we did it. And then the last one I need to move down here. Yes, this will do. I think I could move this middle one up a bit more, to be honest, but I'll do that. I guess I'll do that now. It's gonna drive me nuts. Okay. I'm slightly a little bit of a perfectionist. Not really, but slightly. Okay. Anywho, so like I said, we're going to be focusing on the front angle. Um, well, you can go either way for this one, so whichever way you like to draw, you could go either this way or this way. I'm going to be going this way. And then, the profile view. So here's where you have the chin looking forward. There's, chin there. and then like here would be an ear, and then here's the chin, and here. Alright, so those are, we're not gonna get into the thing. You get the gist, right? Okay, so we're going to focus on the front view first. So, like I said, there's different types and styles of eyebrows, and what's awesome is that technically speaking, if you have a symmetrical ruler, hold up, I'm trying to find mine right now. All right, here we go. Nope. I need you to go straight down, please. There we go. Okay, if you have a symmetrical ruler on your program, this will work awesome for you for the front view, like literally. So with that, you know, you've got a face here, right? Say you've done your little thingamajiggies, and then see, look. Cool, right? All right. Now that you get the gist, we're going to be using this little guy for this. So I'm gonna move this slightly over this way because there's different ways I want to show you. So we're gonna start with the simplest thing. So like literally the bare minimum of an eyebrow. So it's that infamous little pencil brow, or like, you know, thin, really thin, no details, no nothing. And then from there, you can go, there's little things that you can do with this one, like if you were to take that one, you could do like a little bit of a brow and then go thin, you know? I've seen that also on various cartoons and some anime and stuff like that. I mean, if you really wanted to get into it, you could put a little bit of detail in it with, like, you know, some brow hairs. And then you start to go a little bit thicker. Like a little bit. And then there's different ways to do this, in all honesty. Like you could end the brow like this, or like make it a circle or whatever. Or somewhat like soft, you know? You could do it like have this taper, or like go start like that. You could start it that way too. You could add in a hair, or if you want to, you could do like a few hairs, you know? And then you could also build on that and put actual detail into it, you know? Um, Let me see. And you know, you can go thicker. Like with all of these, you can go as thick or as thin as you want. You could have them start differently too. Like instead of tapering up or whatever, some people's brows do this thing, you know. That's it's completely your world of brows. I ain't gonna hate. There's also what's cool about this is I'm going to hold up. I'm gonna grab this really quick and I'm going to move this along here because what's cool about eyebrows is that there's not just one way to do it. Like there are some, I mean, if you really wanted, you could actually, I'll take this one step further really quick before I fully move on to the different shapes. But if you wanted to, you could be you could do it realistically where, you know, you build it up line by line, um, going over each thing and then like perfecting it, I guess. I mean, you could even start too with like a basic thingamajiggy, like a basic like bottom outline, and then just slowly make it disappear. I mean, there's ways to do that if you really want to get detailed. I mean, your style, you do you, boo. um, let me see. Okay, so like I was saying, there's different eye shapes or like, brow shapes too, just like there are with eye shapes. Ah, wow. Bloopers. But anywho, yeah, there's uh different shapes of eyebrows. Like there are some people who do have that like really high arch. I was graced with these high arches. I love my high arches. There are some people who have a little heart, a somewhat like this little arch. It's not as dedicated. There's some people with little to no arch. I mean, you could even go into the fantastical thingamajiggy or like, my scene where I'm going to see if I can move all these little guys really quick. Hold up. Or make them smaller. Move over there, please. Thank you. Okay. I need my room. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna go back over here now that I got more room. But you can go to like different shapes, and again, you can get as detailed as you want with these. Some people like to leave it a solid color. Some people like to put little lines in there. Let me see. You can also do like different shapes. Like I was in, I have shaved my eyebrows before, and I've worn a plethora of different uh, eye eyebrow styles, including dots and these cute little like Shinto ones too. The little ones that you see on like the little kabukis and stuff. But yeah, yeah. And the cute little animes, like yes, yes, that like usually it's dedicated to like kitsune or like some other worldly being. I don't know. I've always found it pretty. So yeah. And I've even done the dots and different shapes and stuff. So yeah, have fun with it. I mean, it's a drawing, right? I mean, they're just brows. But yeah, yeah. Oh, there's also this other style that I've seen, and especially like for I've seen it with girls too, but they've got this little thing going on. Those little straggly hairs? Like that does exist in IRL. But it does. It does. But yeah, there's even that where it goes up where the brows go like that. So I mean, hey, you have fun with brows, okay? Alright. So that is pretty much it for this. Oh, I should get rid of this ruler. Hold up. Delete ruler because it's going to interfere. Alright. So there be our brows. I'm going to move this one up slightly. Okie dokie. Now we're getting into the 3/4 view. So with this one, you've got your head. And so again, like how the eyes like do this like weird shifting. So the brows do too, but it still remains its same shape. So it's not quite as like, here, I'll show you. I can't explain this. I'm so horrible. I don't even know why I thought of doing tutorials when I can't, like, see what I mean? So you don't see the full thing. So the arch looks higher and stuff because it's turning, if that makes sense. Just like how the eye does this thing when the eye looks like this. Okay? So yeah. So this is what I'm going to try to attempt to show you guys. So we're going to take all these same basic shapes and stuff that I made up here, and we're going to show you examples down here. So, and it's going to be cool because like this is just for practice right now, so you don't have to worry about getting it 100%. Like if you're just working on the brows and stuff, this is just to open and get your thoughts boiling, because I've done that too, where I've focused on one thing and one thing only during my studies. Like I'll just focus on hands, and that's all you'll see for like a few pages, and then skip, and then I'll come back to it maybe later on to do a few more pages to see how much I've learned, how much I've grown, and stuff like that. Because I do put what I've practiced into study. So if you look through all my sketchbooks, you'll see like some beautiful like pictures and stuff like that of a full-blown sketch, and then you look for the rest, and the majority of it is like shitty little like uh testing dummies, I guess, like gesture studies. They are testing dummies because like it does start out as a gesture study, but then I try to add detail to it, I guess, but not a lot of detail, like just the basics of like trying to break it down. So like a whole bunch of skeletons that do nothing. There's no like face structure to it. There's no nothing. It's just, like one of these faces attached to like bare bones, and like maybe a body, maybe not. So yeah. So I guess. Um, but I've done it for eyes, I've done it for eyebrows, I've done it for mouths, I've done it for a lot of things. So I mean, hey, that's what I'm originally trying to get you guys in the habit of doing, is just focusing on one area of study before like trying to jam it all into one. This just happens to be my way. Okay, I'm done. I'm done babbling. This is getting a little bit long already, I'm sure, for you guys. Um, so next up, like I said, is the 3/4. I showed you guys what it does. So now I'm just gonna try to do that without the model. Um, so I guess for this you could use a cheat, and I'll put this on on that layer so then I can get rid of it later. Um, but yes. Oops. Whatever. Was that? Yeah, it was. Okay. So for this one, we've got that small little dinky line, right? And it's always good, like in all honesty, you're probably gonna catch me fail hard at this. But my area of advice literally is to start with your dominant side before you do uh well, I guess it's not to do your dominant side, because that's wrong. Because if that's the case, I'd be starting on the right side rather than the left side. Start on the opposite side of your dominant. So that way you can at least get it symmetrical and you don't blow it out of proportion or have to come back, erase if you're doing traditional art, or like, undo for your, or make a mess out of it until you finally get it right. I mean, it's cool to like that you can flip your canvas and stuff like that, but sometimes it just doesn't quite do it. Um, but if you do it traditionally, the way you can flip your canvas is by turning it upside down, and then you can relatively get it the same, I guess. I'm pretty sure I showed that on my um what during one of my Faetober streams. But yeah, I'm babbling too much. I am so sorry. So like I said, the first one that comes to mind is that little eyebrow, the little thin one. Oop, we gave him a high arch this time. I'm sorry. It happened. But yeah, little pencil brow. And then again, you can take that same brow and you can make it a little bit thicker. And then, what was the other brows that I had? And then if you wanted, oopsie, this is what I mean. Don't start on this side, start on this side. Because watch me fail. If I don't, it's probably from years of practice. Yeah, see, it's not aligned. Like these, well, I can catch these guys up. This one's a simple. That's not supposed to be there. But yeah, see how they're no longer like, these are somewhat together, and this is like, wah. So, again, this is the part that sucks because you might get one beautiful brow, but you're not going to be able to repeat it. So, personally, start start on the non-dominant side. That way, you can get somewhat better results. See, now I can just flip this and I can touch it up easier. It's not like an epic fail. And as I said, like for all of these, you can get as detailed as you want. So like you can have that little roundness and have little lines in this if you want. Same with this one. Like if you want to add more detail, you can. But yeah, see, they more or less line up, and then so do the arches. And yeah, like I said, minus this one, this one's, there we go. A little rounder, but yeah, yeah, there we go. All right, cool, cool, we're good. See, like it's less touch ups when you start from the side that you don't work with. Like if you start, it's just like when you draw traditionally, like if you in your sketchbook and stuff, and you use graphite or any sort of pencil or material like chalk or pastels that like move and don't stay put, or like if you're doing a painting when it's wet and you accidentally touch it because you're trying to get the left side with your right side already painted and stuff like that, or vice versa if you're left-handed and you've already got your left side painted and not your and you're trying to get your right side painted, you're going to run into that. Like, yeah. So anywho, just things to think about and to be aware of. So yeah, let's keep going. We've got a few more brows to work on. And I love how small I'm working now instead of having to shrink stuff. But yeah, yeah. So like I said, you can go as thick. I think for this, I mean, I think you guys pretty much get it, right? Like, And you can get as detailed as you want. Like, you can go full blown hella. Oops, those aren't aligned. But I'll fix that here. There we go. And it's the same with like starting. Like if you were going to do a realistic style, like, and again, you can even use a guide if you want to get it a-okay. All right, and like I said, it the same follows with these other style types of eyes. Um, like if you've got a lower arch and stuff like that. So it doesn't really, or like even if you add this little attachment, it's a little bit smaller because of the angle, but guess what? Still lines up. So yeah. Anywho, I think it's pretty fun to explore with these different eye styles. Like even with so this is an interesting one. Like if you've got this one, so it goes up a little bit, while this one still looks and remains normal. So this one's a little bit more round and like fatter, but this one's still the oval. So yeah, those are, and then for like if you had the circle one, like ta-da! Another thing too is there's this other cute one that I really love. It's the same basically as the circle one, but it's got a little tail. I forgot to put that up on the other one. But yeah. Ta-da! So, then be some eyebrow styles. And the same too, you can get as detailed as you want with any of these. And then last but not least is the profile view. So this one, they're looking this way. So yeah, this is like slightly turned, and this is just like straight, like looking at you. All right. Anywho, now that I'm done having fun with that, so the awesome thing about a full profile view is you only have to draw one eyebrow, yo. One eyebrow. And then you don't have to worry about shit. Like legit, so like there was a time and point in my life in my younger days where I legit just did profile fucking views because I didn't want to deal with the other shit. Like I didn't want to deal with getting one eyebrow right and the other one looking like it's fucking disaster sister, you know? but I've learned a lot from them. Like, and I'm so happy that I did go through all that clunky ass, shitty ass art. Like, oh my god. It took time and dedication. So yes, yes. Totally worth it. But now I guess that gives me somewhat of a better thing now to come back and try to teach people, be they younger or older than me, or even like, my age. It doesn't matter because I just want to get people into art. I think for me, drawing literally is an escape, in a sense. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It just gets me out of my moods and stuff. So yay. But anyways, so and I think it'd be cool to like teach you guys like my route and like you know at least a visualization to like the basics, I guess, a breaking down of the basics. Personally, I don't care if you start with realism or not. You don't necessarily need to. Hmm. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, there are benefits to knowing and studying anatomy. Um, but there's nothing wrong with studying anatomy and not doing realistic. The point of it is to take that anatomy and be able to break it down into shapes and to make it easier for yourself. So I think that's more better on the anatomy part, at least for the like there's elitism and there's gatekeepers in the art community, and I'm just like, you do you, babe. You do you, boo. Like, legit. Because, like, art is subjective. It comes down to whoever makes it, who gets to say whether it's art or not. It's not anybody else's say so whether or not it's art. And art is always evolving. I mean, there's always new mediums and elements and stuff to add into art or to create a new medium in. So, I mean, that's what technology is for, and innovation, to create new ways for us to create. I mean, come on, stop being a shtick. All right, so side profile. So for this one, you just take basically. There we go. My pen was like, dirk. All right, so you just basically draw one eyebrow. Literally, just one eyebrow. Oops, I'm sorry. I so started with my way of doing it, but yeah, you can do your line. This is not really a thin line, but it's a sketch line. You can make it thicker if you wanted to. Oops. Give it a little bit of body, you know, to add as much details to these as you see fit. And then I thought I was going to show you guys all of them, but I guess I don't necessarily need to when I just said you can get as detailed as you want. But yeah, so like going to do the realistic route if you wanted, there's the whatchamacallit, and then you can edit and flake out whatever you need and redo. So yeah, yeah. Um, and then it's pretty much the same for like, I guess the only thing that really changes is like a little bit of its shape. Like it gets a little bit more squashed because you're looking forward. But for normal eyebrows, it it literally just looks like one. For the special shaped ones, it's a little bit different because it's not coming through the full arch of the bone. It's only going through the, however big it is. Because there's, I guess I'll break this down really quick. When you look this way, you can't usually tell with girls, but in a skull, there's a bone right here. So this bone goes down and like that. So when you've just got this little circle here, you're only gonna get that because you're not getting the full like brow. In men it's a little bit more noticeable because they have like that, and some people like Caucasian people and like uh other peeps too. Like I've seen, I think my Tata has it, but he's got like the Aztec nose. So yeah. So it's just that defining thingamajiggy, I guess. But we'll get onto that on the next subject when we get there. I know I've brought that forward in the nose thingamajiggy, but I'll also go through it with the face shape and stuff like that after we're done. So, yeah. Anywho, that's a little side note just to keep in mind. Um, and then for this one, you've got a little bit of a brow bone, thingamajiggy going for it, so it kind of tilts it up. And then for the little dot thingamajiggy, you'd get away a little bit more. But the first one would still be this like squashed up circle. So yeah. Alright guys, that is pretty much it. Oh, um, could also add a tail. I forgot about that one. But yeah. Anywho, guys, these are just brows. You have fun with them. They are your character, your world. You do you, boo. And I will see you guys in the next tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll actually be talking about the face shapes and stuff like that. And we'll almost be down to completing a full tutorial. So we're almost there. I've got the face shapes that I want to do. I've got the hair, and then we'll be talking about the neck. And yeah, yeah, yeah. So a few more. So have fun, guys. And then, yeah, I won't talk anymore. I'm sorry. I'm done. Have a good one, guys. Happy New Year. Take care. Stay safe. All that good jazz.